What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? How you feeling, brother?
I would normally I say I'm a mansion in Benz, but why lie to the people? I'm in
Mm,
recovery, man. I'm
mm.
in. I'm. It's. I don't know what stage of grief this is, but like we're past the anger part. We're in the acceptance part.
Okay.
I've
I th-
accepted
I think you
this is
skipped
my
several steps in the
yeah.
actual
The other steps were
denials in there
boring. I kind of
somewhere. I
fast
think you're in
forwarded to
denial.
it.
Denial may be where you are because you
No,
skipped
it's not
over.
denial.
Okay.
Denial happened probably about like midway through the second half when I
Mm.
started to realize like this could go south. The denial was like when I decided to not hedge my bet, because I had an inkling. Even at halftime, I thought if we're talking about the tragic
Oh,
Duke loss, the second
I was
in
gonna
as
say
many
we
years.
should
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
people probably like, did someone
So,
die? Like what happened?
um, me,
It's
I
like
am
no,
a
just a basketball
lifelong,
game.
I am a lifelong Duke Blue Devils fan, much to most of my friends' chagrin and most people that I meet. Duke like the evil empire of college basketball, whatever. The last 2 years under John Shire's stewardship, along with a 35 win season in each year, has come heartbreak in the second weekend. So, in this particular case, um, we're up 15 at halftime. No one seed has ever lost in 134 games previously. No number one seed has lost a game after being up 15 or more points at halftime. And when they put the graphic up, honestly, going into halftime, it was kind of like that, broadcaster jinx where like, your team
He's hit
is
25 free throws in a
yeah,
row.
exactly. It's like these are the ones to tie the game. He's a 99% free throw shooter. He's only missed one free throw all season, and then the first one clanks out. It just kind of gave that vibe. And if you're watching the game, which obviously I was, um, UConn just wasn't making shots. Like Terrace Reed was keeping them in the game single handedly, but UConn just wasn't hitting shots. And I
They
was,
were like 1 for
texting my
17
group
from
chat.
three at one point, right?
Yeah, like most of the, I think they only had like one made three in the first half or something
Yeah,
ridiculous.
yeah.
But I was just like, Duke notoriously this season has not defended the three ball well. And I think after that St. John's game, maybe it was like an overcorrection or they were making it a point to get out there. And then just some of their supporting cast was doing a better job at actually supporting Cameron Boozer. Dame Sarr had a really good first half. Caden Boozer played well in the first half. So they were doing good things. They just weren't defending terrorists. Like the only blemish you could say for Duke is like they haven't figured out how to stop Terrence Reed. And I think if they did have an um this game probably would have ended differently because they wouldn't have been within striking distance. Like the only reason that game was even close is because UConn at any point in time down the floor could just throw the ball in and Reed was gonna score or make free throws. And he's not even a good free throw shooter. It was just one of those days.
Well, they also hit some shots in the second half that they didn't hit in the first half. Um, but I will. I don't know if this will console you at all because it won't matter. It won't change the outcome of the game. But you know, losing on a I don't want to say fluke, but a,
Hmm.
a miracle
It was a
shot.
fluke.
Okay, call it a fluke. I
Yeah.
think losing on a miracle shot should at least give you some solace. Everything had to go right for UConn to win that game. I mean, you guys were. It's actually really funny because I had to leave the living room as I was watching the game to get my
Yeah.
son to fall asleep, and
Hmm.
I walk out. Game's over. Look at Shannon. I'm like, "Oh, what happened in the game?" She's like, "Oh, I don't know. Is it over?" I'm like, "Okay, not helpful." I go on the ESPN app. I'm like, what? I see what like the score, and I see like the little the caption under the video is like,
Yeah.
hit a shot at the last second. I'm like, dude, could you be any like less helpful? Like you couldn't just sit there and watch the game and tell me what happened. Like, so I
She
had to
could
watch
not
the
have
replay.
given two fucks about what was going
Yeah,
on in that game. She
she
didn't
she
care.
was not paying attention.
Yeah,
So
she didn't
I
give a
had
shit.
to, of course, I had to watch the replay and like pretend like I like experienced it with everyone else. But
Yeah.
yeah, tough way to lose.
It was hard watching it in real time because like I was going through all of the range of emotions because, and alligator tears for a Duke fan crying about a soft whistle. I just felt like And I felt like it in favor of Duke in the first half. Like I'm not one of those Duke fans that's like, well, they're fouls and you need to like. I felt like the referees were making themselves too much a part of the game all throughout the game, but especially in the second half, there was just a lot of times when like Terrace Reed is going to post up and like they're jostling for position. That's what happens in the trenches, and like they would call a foul on that, but then Boozer has a drive to the lane where he gets elbowed in the face to the point where he has a shot like he looks like George St. Pierre after a prize fight, and no foul call, nothing. They didn't even go and review it for possible flagrant or anything like that. They just kind of like let it happen to the biggest star in the game. So
Weren't
it
they
just
holding a can of Coke to the side of his face?
yeah, like one of the assistants literally every time out would just take a cold can of Coke and just rub it on his face to try and keep the swelling down so he could see out of both eyes. Really good
cut me,
cut man
Mick.
for him. Yeah.
He's like, cut me, Mick.
But it was just kind of I didn't love it.
Yeah.
I didn't love the way that the whistle was blowing. I didn't like the way that things were going, but I also don't think that that's necessarily why Duke lost. I just think it contributed to the anxiety of the moment as a fan. All respect goes to those kids from UConn that didn't give up. A lesser team, a weaker team, would have just folded. They would have looked at
For sure.
the history of that moment. They would have looked at a juggernaut that is Duke, and they would have been like, "Look, this team has only lost 2 games, and in both of those games that Duke lost prior to this one, they were up double digits in the second half." So really, it could be argued Duke shouldn't have any losses this year. If they could close out a fucking basketball game, um, they would be undefeated this year. But neither here nor there. I enjoyed the Cam Boozer experience. I can't wait to see what he becomes in the league. Um, I liked Caden Boozer sitting and taking press after the game. I don't think he should have taken all of the blame because to lose a game of that magnitude, it didn't happen just because of that pass. Like that's the play that everyone goes to. That is the play. Even I myself had a moment where I'm like, and then you come back and you think like, okay, one, he's an 18-year-old kid or 19, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Let's start there. And then the other part is you were up 15 at halftime. A lot had to happen for you to get to this moment where that play mattered that much. So like yes, situational basketball. There were 10 seconds left. Just get the ball in bounds and then hold it. You didn't need to, make the hero play. Um, Isaiah Evans, get your hand up. There's a lot of stuff that you could point to, but it was just
I mean, it's a 35-foot shot. He pulled that.
you got to put your hand up. Like I don't
No,
like it's one of
yes,
those
I agree.
situations. Like, what is he going to do? Like he's in a defensive stance, but his eyes are on the shot clock on the other end of the floor, and it's like it was very clear from that moment like none of you are engaged in this moment, and that's why they kept losing those games with double digit leads is because like they didn't have a sense of the moment. Like I get you don't want to play to not lose late in games, but you also have to have a sense of the clock is your friend. Let's be responsible with the ball. Let's take care of the ball. Let's not foul. And allow UConn to score with the clock stopped or gather themselves defensively or whatever the case may be. Like we have to play smart, winning basketball from beginning to the end to beat these teams, and they're just not doing that. And they got away with it against St. John's when maybe they shouldn't have. And in this game they didn't.
What are your thoughts on Dan Hurley with the greatest celebration I've ever seen from a coach in the history of any sport? I've never seen someone go head to head with the ref. That was
So
the
I mean, he
craziest.
explained. I guess him and the referee have a good relationship. They're like close friends, whatever it is, or like as close friends as a coach and a referee can be, maybe
Right.
whatever it is. He said that he thought the ref was going to give him a chest bump, which would have been super fucking weird after that.
Yeah, I think he was being
level of comeback.
sarcastic. I don't
Yeah,
think
I'm
that's what
sure,
he
but
was.
like, I'm just saying, like it's one of those like he's clearly just leaning into the fact that like under any other circumstance, like if you're calling it by letter of the law, he made contact with the referee. That should have been a technical. I would have honestly been pissed if that was the way that Duke. Like I would have been happy that Duke was able to escape. I'm not gonna like lie about that, but in the back of my mind, would have been pretty pissed because like on a technicality, like emotions are high in a situation like that. I'm just glad that the referee didn't blow the whistle there. Dan Hurley is a emotional coach, so sometimes you also have to referee the game for who you're actually refereeing and not for like the standard, just typical Division One head coach. Because there
Yeah,
really is anything but that.
I'm not advocating that he should have gotten a technical or anything. I just thought that was fucking hilarious. Like I've never seen
I
someone
mean,
go.
obviously, there was nothing that was going to make me laugh in that moment. The best part about that, the only thing that kept my TV on its hinges, honestly, was my daughter, because
Mhm.
like not even 10 seconds after Braden Berries hit the three, I turned the TV off, so I didn't even watch the last 0.3 seconds. I have no idea exactly how the clock ran out on Duke or whatever, but
Mhm.
um, my daughter just comes running into the room wanting to play like a zombie game. Like her new thing is like playing like let's pretend to be zombies and walk around the house. And she comes running into the room like, "Daddy, there's zombies. We gotta run." And it was just like
Oh, you're
you
running
can't
from
be
the zombies. I thought she wanted you to
right. Well,
be the
she
zombie.
wants it. Sometimes she wants you to walk like a zombie.
Okay. Because
Sometimes
in that scenario, that actually would have been pretty
it would have been pretty fucking
apropos
accurate, right?
because you were dead at that point.
I was catatonic. It took like 15 seconds to like kind of gather myself after she was mentioning it, and then I just went into full dad mode for like 5 minutes, and then like my boy, I was in a group chat with Terrell and Jason, who we had on the pod, and
Mhm, mhm.
Terrell actually suggested like, man, you get just go on a walk to like the nearest bar, and I was like, well, the nearest bar is like a couple miles away, so I'm not going to walk a mile to a bar, but a walk actually does sound pretty fantastic right now because I need to like gather myself. So I did go on a little walk for like 10 minutes, just up and down the street. I thought about walking a mile, and then I was like, too many of my neighbors have like pit bulls, and I'm not trying to actually be running from a dog.
Yeah.
Um, so I just walked up and down the road to kind of gather my thoughts. But the TV was off for the remainder of the day. I don't think I turned the TV back on until like midnight the following day.
Mm,
It was rough.
tough.
Yeah,
Tough.
not easy. But I guess moving forward to the final four, I don't think that UConn's going to go on to the final.
Yeah,
Again,
no, throw some dirt on them after they beat you. Go ahead.
no, I mean it really hard to believe it does not have anything to do with
Mm,
the fact that they beat Duke.
tell me
Um,
about it.
it just it
No, I
doesn't.
wanna know. Give me your
Yeah.
analysis, please.
Well, I just this Illinois team has a lot of size. They have a lot of really good athletes, and they don't beat themselves with turnover. Like Duke was beating themselves with turnovers down the stretch, like badly. And then there was the fact that they couldn't defend Terrace Reed because the only guy that they had that was big enough, to, like strength wise and in terms of girth and size down low, pause, was Boozer. And you don't want to put Boozer in foul trouble trying to guard a behemoth like Terrace Reed. So they had Malik Brown, who's probably like 220 pounds, maybe 215. And then Patrick Gumba, who's listed at 260, but he's like 7 foot and he's very slightly built. He's not built as solidly and as solidly as Terrence Reed. So,
Mm,
and he was also coming back from injury. So, like it was going to be a difficult task. But this Illinois team, they have like 5 7 footers like, in their rotation, legitimately rotation players that are all like 6'10" and above. They all shoot threes. They all rebound the basketball. They're Euros, so like they're technically freshmen and sophomore, but they're probably like 23 years old. So they have experience playing professionally overseas, and I just think that they have too much, and they have a really really talented freshman in Keaton Vogler. So I like them to move on, and then in the other matchup, Michigan versus Arizona, which is the one that everybody has circled for next weekend. I don't know. It's kind of like a toss up. I'm a big fan of Yaxel Lindenborg for Michigan, so I think my heart wants me to go there. But where are you at?
yeah, for that one specifically, I mean, Arizona looks like a freaking NBA team the way they've been beating cats through the tournament. And that's to say nothing in Michigan, who has also been beating the crap out of everybody throughout the tournament. I like Axel as well. I feel like I like their bigs. Like I like the size that Michigan has. Um, but yeah, I mean Arizona. they seem like they have it all. Like they have so many good players at every position. I think, like you, I want to say Michigan. Um, and I disagree with your pick on UConn, Illinois. I actually think UConn will make it out of this round of the Final Four into the
Mhm.
championship game. I just feel like the momentum they have right now is going to carry them. Um, and you can also sort of like they can fix some of the mistakes that they made in that game to be down 15.
Mhm.
Um, but what the hell do I know? But yeah, I got UConn and Michigan going head to head in the championship game. That's where I'm at.
I like it. Any thoughts on who might win that matchup?
Probably Michigan because I just feel like there was a point where I thought like, huh, is Michigan vulnerable? Like maybe they I just wasn't entirely sure about them, but the way that they played throughout this run, they just look like they're like, okay, we know when we need to step up and when we need to bring our A game, and they brought it every single time. And that's not like Arizona hasn't done the same thing, but I don't know, man. I really like Michigan, and I feel like I like their swagger. Like I feel like they truly believe like, yo, we've been the best team the whole time. Like we just been the best team the whole time, and um we'll see because I'm sure Arizona feels the same way. Only has 2 losses on the season. Um, so they're probably feeling pretty great about themselves too. But um, I don't know, something about Michigan. They look like they should be hoisting the championship trophy. Um, but again, what the hell do I know? Because
It's a crapshoot,
I'm
honestly.
still I picked Duke actually to win the whole thing. So you know I'm with you, buddy. We're both grieving.
Yeah, me probably more than you because I am a Duke
Just a
fan to go
smidge.
along with it. Yeah, yeah, it was a rough one. It was a rough one. I'm not gonna lie. Um, I mean, back-to-back losses because I was really rooting for Vanderbilt to go and get it. I like Hannah Hidalgo, and I'm glad that they won that game. But I was rooting for Vanderbilt on the women's side, and Michaela Blake just she ran out of magic. So shout out to the Vanderbilt Commodores, the Lady Commodores, and their fantastic season. Um, and if Michaela Blake is old enough to go, I mean, she's only a sophomore. I don't know what the women's rules are on that. They got nothing for her in college. At this point, her and Juju is like, why do you have to go back to school? Just go pro. There's nothing for you here. Um,
By the way, my women's bracket looks pretty good right now. I
does
got
it really? I mean, it's
I
pretty
got
easy to pick UConn all the way through.
no, actually I had South Carolina over Texas in the championship game. So
Really?
yeah, yeah. I mean
What?
they're both number ones, so
Yeah, yeah, I
it's
mean, yeah.
but
Joyce Edwards, South Carolina, very good
yeah,
player.
yeah.
Yeah,
I,
yeah.
I like I like South Carolina. So we'll see.
We will. I mean, I am very, very impressed. Went against the grain with that pick.
Well, UConn hasn't been tested yet. They've been beating the crap out of everybody.
Yeah, I mean,
Which
Notre Dame was a pretty good test,
yeah, and they won that game by like 20 points.
right? They haven't played a
So
lot of close games. I will give you that, but they also haven't
yeah.
lost any game. So no matter what
No.
brand of game that is that they have to play, she ain't lost it.
But there's the we got beat in the championship game by y'all
Mhm.
last year factor for South Carolina when they go up against UConn. Like they're not looking at this like they're gonna come out scrappy, hungry. I mean, these teams have played each other back and forth. Some of these players were you know, on that team from last year that got curb stomped. So, um, and the same thing happened the year before, right? Like they remember getting their ass kicked and they came out and beat the crap out of them. So, um, yeah, I think I think UConn's going down. I think UConn's going down. UConn's going down.
Like it. I like it.
Yeah.
UConn taking the L. I mean, we'll see what happens. Honestly, there's just no telling on what could happen on any given day. To be honest with you, but I'm I'm excited to see what happens next weekend. It's gonna take me a minute to like fully get there, but I'll get there. I'm not gonna watch. Like I'm done watching
Oh wow,
college. Yeah,
really?
no, I'm not gonna- you can't lose. Like I can watch Duke. Obviously, I've been a Duke fan for over 2 decades now. So I've seen them lose in the tournament. I've seen them lose to UConn in the tournament. Um, so that's not necessarily the thing. It's not that, but it's like when you lose the way they lost, especially the last 2 years, like that loss to Houston still fucking hurts. Um, hell, the loss to Carolina, when the first time Duke ever played Carolina in the NCAA tournament, we met in the Final Four. Coach K's final year at Duke, Paulo Banchero, the star of that team. We were winning at halftime, and they stopped running the offense through Banchero, and we lost the game because of it. Um, it was just it's been like 4 out of the last 6 or 7 years have just been gut wrenching, rip your heart out of your chest, blew it in the second half losses, and I just like I'll read about it in the papers, like this week. I'm gonna bet on the games for sure because I enjoy gambling and I've watched enough of all of these teams, especially on the women's side, to know
Mm.
who I'm betting on and what I'm betting for. But like as far as anything else goes, like I'm not
Need a little space.
yeah, I need a lot more than a little. More than a little. I need a lot of space actually.
It's okay. Take your time. You're still on the third step of grief, which I believe is denial.
Well, the more I feel about it, the less I think acceptance is where I'm at. I don't think. Oh man. Yeah, so I guess I mean we talked NCAA hoops. I would have loved to talk more about baseball. I would have loved to have more positive baseball stuff to talk about. Um, but it's
Why
like
is
I get no breaks.
your team suck?
I'm not gonna say that. Um, they have not been performing well, is what I will say.
Okay, it's early,
It,
so
it is early.
don't
It
beat
is
yourself
early.
up.
It's been a rough start to the baseball season for my Red Sox. So and to make matters worse, it's been a an equally great start to the season for your New York Yankees. So it's kind of like a double twist. I can't like look at the other people in the standings and be like, oh, well, at least they suck too, because like the Blue Jays are doing well, the Yankees are doing well. I don't care about the Orioles or the Rays. So like
Yeah, we're
it's
like 6 games in, so I mean, I would maybe take it easy on yourself. I'm giving you that grace.
it's
Take it
just
easy.
hard. You can't like I can't look at how Duke season ended and be like, normally like around October, the Raiders are already eliminated from the playoffs. I'm gonna say, well, it's
Yeah,
basketball season. Like that's my thing. It's always like, well, it's the next season, and it's fine because the Sixers are usually in or around the playoffs, and depending on Joel Embiid's health and those things of that nature, but they've usually made the playoffs. I can't just say, hey, it's baseball season because like the Red Sox refuse to win very winnable games to start baseball season. Now we have started the first 6 games on the road, so we haven't played a home game yet.
neither have
So
the Yankees.
but, well, this isn't about you.
You brought up the
This
Yankees.
isn't
You
about
brought it
you.
up.
Yeah, when it was convenient for me, but now it's not convenient anymore. So fuck you guys. Um, but no, man, it's been rough sledding. It's none of the offseason like it's the rare situation where like none of the offseason moves have panned out.
Mm.
Just flat out 0% of them have panned out. Sonny Gray did not look good in his start. Didn't look awful. Looked better than Ranger Suarez did, who was the big ticket free agent that we signed. Ranger looked fucking awful. Um, Durbin, who was supposed to replace Alex Bregman, who they lowballed in free agency, doesn't even have a hit yet. And he was brought in to not strike out, to get hits, and play good defense. Well, he's leads the team in errors. He does not have a hit. And he has struck out at least 3 times that I've seen, probably more than that. So He's doing none of the things that we signed him for, or traded for him for. So, meanwhile, we traded Kyle Harrison, who we got in the Rafael Devers trade. Kyle Harrison's debut with the Brewers, 6 innings, 8 strikeouts. It's just it's been rough for me from a sports fan standpoint.
It'll pick up. It'll pick up. You know,
You don't want it to pick up.
Your Sixers will they'll do something. Everybody's
Hey,
back. He's healthy.
Paul George
is
is
back.
you know what I'm saying?
He's
He
off the
out there.
weed. You know, it's
He
great.
was depressed. That's what he said.
Hey,
So
I don't even need an excuse. They should just let him smoke.
I thought it was PEDs. It was weed the whole time. I'm
I
thinking
don't know.
it was,
I don't know what it was.
yeah, I thought
Him
it
being
was
depressed
PED.
and taking steroids would be weird. So I felt like it had to be
It could have been like Coke or something.
yeah. I was gonna say
I feel
unless
like
it was
weed's
like
legal
heroin.
in the NBA now, right?
I thought so too. That's why. But
Yeah.
like, it's like I couldn't imagine him doing harder drugs than that. Like,
Mm,
you
I
know,
don't know.
like
You
what
never
was
know
the
with these people.
shrooms?
Like you just never know. Like before it came out, I couldn't imagine Lamar Odom doing coke and beans and stuff like that. Like,
Crack? You mean crack? Cocaine?
oh
He
yeah,
was
it was
on
crack.
crack.
Yeah, it was actually crack. Yeah, like you just. I mean, who would have seen that?
Yeah, no, that was an interesting. He has not fully returned to sobriety because I'm pretty sure he recently got pulled over for a DUI. But either way, yeah, I don't know
I
what
mean,
PG was doing.
speaking of DUIs, Tiger Woods. I mean,
Oof. Nice
like
transition.
at this point, just get a fucking driving. So like, I just don't. Tiger Woods and the entire UGA football team just. I'm taking your license at the gate. Okay. Soon as you sign the letter of intent to go play UGA football, soon as Tiger Woods gets back from the PGA Tour and golf is back in season,
Well,
give me your
hold on.
driver's license. Like
Let's
you don't
let's
need to drive anywhere. You don't
let's
even need to
back
drive the golf cart.
let's back it up. First of all, Tiger Woods, and I feel pretty confident in saying this, will not be playing professional golf after this.
Yeah,
There's just
that's a pretty safe bet.
let me start with this. The day before he got the DUI, he played TGL, uh, the
The Golf Open.
indoor golf league,
Mhm.
and he said when the cops pulled him over that he refused the breathalyzer, but I think he blew zeros, and then they were going to do the
Yeah, there
blood
were
test, and
no
he said
signs. They wanted to take a blood test, and he refused that
right, he refused that.
because it
They
was
said he
drugs.
had pills in his pocket.
Mm.
Like it seems to me that he was on painkillers. He said he wasn't paying attention. He was looking at his phone, whatever. But like, dude, as we all love golf, Tiger playing golf. Like we love seeing Tiger play golf. We love that he loves golf so much that he's still trying to, pursue it in so many different ways. But golf is literally ruining this man's life at this point because he can't play without being in pain. And if you got to take painkillers to get through a golf tournament, it's not even a golf tournament, it's just TGL. Like he didn't even play that much. Um, there's just you have to stop playing golf, dude. Like among other things, obviously, like the get a driver thing is like pretty freaking obvious. It's like you're too rich to be driving and getting pulled over and getting DUIs. Like it's just dumb. Like it's just dumb. I looked at the notification on my phone and I was like, again? Like, well, first I was like, hopefully he's not dead. But then after they
Right.
said he wasn't dead, I was like, all right, dude, how does this happen to the same person twice? I don't get it. I just don't get it. I don't get it.
I mean, it's simple. Like, well, simple is not necessarily, but like it would seem that the psychology behind it is these guys just feel invincible, and like using logic is not necessarily at the forefront for a lot of these guys because the common sense would dictate like, hey, if you've been using substances or you've been you're feeling pain after playing a few tournaments and things like that, and the season's ramping back up, like maybe you would want to hire a like after what happened, like in the first accident where he was in like a ditch, I would have a driver everywhere. Like he is a billionaire, even after losing all the endorsements and all those things that happened with the
And
very
a
messy
divorce.
divorce from Elon Woods. You know what I'm saying? He's still a fucking billionaire who has his own island. Just get a fucking driver. He probably has his own personal chef. He probably has a publicist and a this and a that. He's obviously got an agent and all these different people that handle his day to day, but no one to drive him around. He's driving himself. That doesn't make sense to me. Why would you have all these other people to handle your day to day tasks and to help you out with day to day things? And then you're someone who has a very marred history with being behind the wheel, as well as being under the influence and still choosing to be behind the wheel. And yet you continue to make those same boneheaded mistakes. And it just, I'll never understand why he continues to do those things and continues to self destruct that way.
And it's not even like you got pulled over. You got into a car accident where your car rolled over multiple times.
Mm.
Like, dude, like wake the fuck up. Like
Yeah.
what I don't get it. I honestly do not get it. Like it's so insane to me that we're having this conversation about Tiger Woods, who like I was actually was just having this conversation earlier. I think everybody expected, back in this is when Stephen A and Skip were still across the table from each other, that Tiger was just gonna pass Jack. Like he was just gonna get
Mhm.
so far ahead of him in majors that no one was ever like we thought he was gonna knock that record out the park.
Yep.
And he still won behind him because he derailed his career and never really got it back on track. I mean, what was that 2019 when he won the Masters? Um,
Yep.
or
It was a
was
big, big
was that the
comeback
Masters?
story. Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
yeah, the Masters, and I think he had the U.S. Open was like the big signature one because that was when he like used the golf club as a crutch going up the hill
Well,
or
that was
something like
that
that. I
was
forget what it
way in
was.
the that was I'm talking about
Yeah,
like when he came back, like
when he came back.
he
Yeah, that
was
was the
like much older.
Masters.
Yeah, that was the
Yeah,
Masters. Yeah,
the Masters.
and yeah, and that was great. I mean, I remember watching and like the crowds following him, and
Mhm.
it was great. It was awesome, but like that's there. I don't even see a scenario where he's doing that. He can't even get through TGL and get a
Mhm.
driver. It's like
He
there's
can't. I
no
mean,
way
his
you're
body
playing.
just broke down on him.
Yeah,
His body
yeah.
broke down on him. It's a very sad thing to see because I think he he's so physical as a golfer, and golf is has been so much of a finesse sport, and he has that because he's one of the best putters. He's one of the best at reading greens that there ever was, maybe even the best at reading the greens that there ever was. But the power was what drew the everyman to the golf courses, to the people who didn't necessarily know golf, who didn't care about the sweet science, for lack of a better word, for what it took to be great in the in between games, and make you a champion, and choosing which iron to choose or which wood to choose, and getting yourself out of a bunker, and this how to hit a draw, how to hit a fade, all those things. Like, he has so much just raw power and physicality. He's built like an NFL free safety. You know what I mean? He's
Hmm.
got the big, broad shoulders and the muscles and everything like that. And that physicality just wore down on his body after all those years. And then you have the accident that happened after, um, he got caught up with his wife, Elon Woods, and allegedly
Hey,
getting
it's
hit with a
Tiger.
golf club. Just like,
It's Tiger.
it's
It,
like,
delete it.
delete
Delete
the
it all.
messages. Delete this one too. But yeah, so like it just seemed like everything went downhill from that moment. He gets hit in the head allegedly with a golf club, and um ends up spitting out, driving down the road, and it was just all downhill from there. And he was just never the same guy. He was never the, the mystique was gone.
Yeah.
It was like in the movie 300 when Leonidas throws the spear and it hits Xerxes in the face.
Hmm.
It's like it doesn't kill him, but he's this big monstrous guy, and no one's ever challenged him or anything. But you see the god bleed, and it showed them that he is just a man. And I think in this scenario, when Tiger had that fall from grace, so many people used that as an opportunity to just be like, yeah, I mean, he ain't really all of that. He's just a guy who was really, really good. And eventually the game's going to catch up to him. And now you have guys like Rory, you have a guy like Scotty Scheffler, um, Bryson DeChambeau, a lot of different guys now that are taking up that mantle and are able to match him physically.
And they were quick. They were very quick to be like he was never that good anyway. Some of them. We know
Right.
what a lot of them have in common too.
It's not what
Um,
Joe Pocket said because when Tiger was on the tour, everybody got paid.
yeah, but yeah, I mean, it's funny because they said that he's going to be leaving the country to get treatment, which is like that's kind of fucking insane. I don't know anybody who got a case pending and they could just leave the country just because
Right.
they want to go to rehab outside the country. Like that's just weird. But it helps that
Yeah.
he is dating a Trump, that he's friends with Trump. Um, yeah,
It
I
helps him
mean,
that he's friends with Trump. Doesn't help us.
no, well, yes, yes, for sure. It helps him that uh, that he could just tap into his extremely powerful friends and be like, hey, could you possibly somebody maybe look at this, help me out, like get
All
some
right.
sympathy for me. But um yeah, man, I feel bad for the dude, but at the same time I'm just like, brother, these are own goals. These are own goals that you're scoring on yourself. And there was all that talk about like, oh, Tiger's gonna have an announcement about whether he's gonna be at the Masters. Breaking news, we just got this in. He won't be there.
He's not coming. He's sorry, I can't make it, guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
out of the country, unrelated to another situation you may have heard of. But yeah, he just like I I still go back to seeing that notification, and I was just like, there's no way this dude got into another car accident where his car rolled over.
It's sad. I am sad for him. I will always be a fan of the player Tiger Woods. I am obviously not a fan of his politics or his personal life choices that he's made in certain things.
Yeah, neither
Um,
Stephen A. By the way.
yeah, yeah, Stephen A. has his own list of problems that he needs to
Yes.
go ahead and address. But um, it's just sad when you see someone who really was like he seemed to be superhuman. You know what it kind of feels like almost in a sports analogy wise, it feels like that year with Jordan on the Wizards when he got chased down blocked by Tyshawn Prince. Just tugging at the cape. It's Tayshaun Prince. It's not like, KG sent his shit into the rafters. Tayshaun Prince is a very good player in his own right, but like, NBA champion. But like it's Tayshaun Prince,
Yeah.
and chased down, blocked him. I don't think Michael Jordan has ever looked more mortal than in that moment. And it was kind of like, hey, even your heroes get older. It happens. You know what I mean? And
But there's a difference
it's
between getting older and just getting dumber,
yeah.
you know?
But I
And
think
I feel
those
like
and
he's
I
gotten
think it
dumber
goes
as
hand in
he's gotten
hand.
older.
That is very true. But like
Or
it's also that's part of his I feel like in his old age, he's still like this is like his version of a midlife crisis where he still feels like there's certain things that he can do because he's Tiger, or he's just he refuses to allow other people to help him or allow anybody to say he can't do something. Like, because again, I go back to what I said earlier. Like, why don't you have a driver? I
it
am
makes
positive
no sense.
that you have a person to help in every other aspect of your everyday life. I don't even think you buy your own kids birthday gifts in certain years because no dad is good at buying their kids birthday gifts. No normal dad is good at buying their kids birthday gifts. Not every now and then you might get lucky, but like, you know, it's
You think he's just
quite
giving his kids
omnipotent.
like his little like tiger polos? He's like, "Oh, thanks, Dad."
Well,
Another
Charlie
one.
probably would appreciate it because Charlie's, gonna be a golfer in his own right.
Yeah.
But
He's like, yeah,
um,
that's Sunday red. That's a Sunday red for you, buddy.
yeah,
Got that just for you. It's like, oh,
I
thanks,
signed it.
Dad.
I signed it. This is gonna be worth something.
Says Tiger. I wrote
Yeah,
I wrote my name Tiger.
my
It's on the
name.
Tiger,
It's Tiger Woods. It's my name. So I'm Tiger.
and there's a
Like,
tiger on
yes,
the shirt.
Dad. I know your name is actually Eldrick, but cool. I don't know where you get Tiger from. But yeah, it's very sad to witness when you see one of those stars go down like that. You never want to see it. Um, but yeah, let's. I mean, we can wrap it up here with some dad rules. You got any dad rules for us this week, Malik?
Yeah. Wrap your kids in bubble wrap, and
He got hurt.
just no. He he may have pink eye. I don't know. We'll find out in the morning. He was
That's
exposed to
cool.
pink eye. Yeah,
Yeah, that's cool. That's all it is.
it's fucking kids, man.
Yeah, I
So
mean, shit. When we were growing up, it wasn't just pink eye; it was like chicken pox and shit. You know what I mean? Like they were like, lock your kids in a room with another
yeah.
person that has chicken pox. Make sure they get it before they turn 10. Like my
Well, I'm
mom
sure
had to
that's
make.
coming too.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh
so
no.
not really
Do
thrilled
kids
for
even
that one
get
either.
chicken
But
pox these? I really don't think they get chicken pox these days. I think the
I think
vaccine's
they.
like good enough.
Oh
You
yeah,
know what I
there
mean?
is a vaccine, right?
Yeah, it's a vaccine. I don't think they even have to do it. Like nowadays, I mean, back in the day, like for me, my cousin got chicken pox, and my mom made me and my cousin have a play date. We were just watching Disney movies back to back for hours and hours and hours, and I was wondering why she kept scratching her arms and shit. And then all it ends up, um, I end up getting chicken pox,
Damn.
and come find out they did it on purpose so that you can get it when you're young, and build those antibodies up. Because if you get it when you're older, apparently it's a lot more deadly and lethal. So.
Yeah, that's what all the commercials say. Damn. Wait. Let me find out. Your mom was out here, RFK Jr. with the.
Something like that. Something like that. No, I mean, minus the blow, but yeah. You know what I mean?
She was like, "Nah, just expose him. It's fine."
Yeah, like, yeah, that'll be fine. To build the antitrusts.
Yeah.
Those are antibodies, sir.
Same thing. Same thing. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah,
know what
same
I'm saying?
shit.
Yeah.
Same shit, different toilet. No.
But yeah, man, you gotta put these kids in a freaking bubble, man, because they just it's like, God damn, he was just sick. He just got over something. It's like
Well, you know
I can't,
what's not great?
can't.
When your kid gets pink eye, they still need you for stuff. And then
I know.
you get pink eye.
Yeah.
That
it's
is the
something.
worst. All your kid wants is a hug, or you to help him put his pajama shirt on, or he's been laying on your pillow all day and you didn't really realize it until you wake up in the morning and your eye is all pussy and itchy,
Ugh,
and now you
God.
have pink eye. So I'm just saying, sterilize your apartment.
Yeah. Well, like I said, we'll find out. They said he was exposed, but they just sent it to all the parents who were in that room.
Okay.
So I don't know if he actually has it or if he was
Mhm.
just in the area of some kid who may have it. So I mean, I don't know.
There could be something going around, some viral or something like that going around, because the Aria school was closed on this past Friday for that same thing. They had to, they just they sent out like an email blast on like last Wednesday or Thursday, and we're like, yeah,
Yeah,
we're not going to be open on Friday.
they got to wipe everything down.
I'm telling all the teachers as I'm picking her up on Thursday afternoon. I'm like, hey, enjoy your long weekend, because I didn't know what they were closing for. She was like, the director came out. She was like, oh no, we gonna be here, but we gonna be sterilizing everything. So they don't have that day off. I was like, oh, my
Damn,
bad, y'all.
she run a tight ship.
Hey man, she wasn't playing that game. She was like, oh no. The kids won't be in this school, but the teacher's gonna be here. We're gonna be
Yeah.
cleaning stuff up, and we're gonna be, making sure we get stuff
The
handled.
Lysol
So
this joint down.
yeah, I was like, you know what? I like that. Run a tight ship, keep everybody safe. Um, you gotta do what you gotta do, especially when you're working with kids. So it's understandable.
I couldn't. I couldn't do it. Like to be getting sick as many times as I know they're probably getting sick just
Oh yeah.
off of random stuff, especially with
And
the
then they
little
have kids
ones.
themselves. So,
Yeah.
they go home and they kid get
God
them
bless
sick,
them.
or like imagine being around kids all day and it's not your kid, which automatically makes you more like 10% at least more annoyed. And then you come home and like maybe your kid's having like a whiny day or a fussy day. Like I don't even I
God
cannot
bless him.
even imagine how difficult it is. But yes, God bless them
Shout
indeed.
out to all the
Because
teachers I know. Shout out to all my teachers because
yes,
y'all the real heroes.
y'all the real ones. Because couldn't be me. Wouldn't be me. If the
He
fate of the
said it.
world came
He
down to
said,
me
"Yo,
teaching somebody, like,
I'm
well, I guess we
I'm
better
filled
die.
all the way up. Like I'm all the way up to here with it. I can't do no more kids,
Right? Yeah, that's it. You know what I'm
especially
saying? Like,
not no kids that I don't know. They ain't got no blood ties to me.
exactly. You know, if you don't look like you came from me, I don't know what we even doing this for. Like, I'm cool with you for like a 2 hour span when we had like a birthday
Yeah,
party or something, but like, that's it. I can't do this
skip
shit
on.
every day for 8 hours.
No.
No, no, absolutely not.
Anyway, so that's
Um,
what I got going on. What about
yeah,
you?
that's a lot.
What's your dad rule?
Um, my dad rule is that you know, your birthdays are still for you. Your birthdays are still for you. Is my birthday is coming up. My wife celebrated her birthday a couple of weeks ago. My birthday coming up in a couple of weeks here, and you know, while I value and love my family and spending family time and getting those opportunities to, you know, I like to take vacation from my day job so that I can be home a little bit more. And I can just like not be stressed out by the day to day of my very demanding day job. Um, so it's nice to have those times and have that little bit of extra time. But like on my birthday, like I just want to do hood rat things with my friends or like have some fun every now and again. Or maybe I want to go and see a movie like by myself or go on a date with my wife and not have to worry about a kids menu or did we bring Aria's milk or you know whatever, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like
yeah,
your birthdays are for you. You're not a bad parent because you're pouring into yourself. Me and my wife had a conversation about this just the other day. It's like, you know, and she's going into the penultimate quarter in her nursing program. So shout out to her and her classmates that'll be finishing up this fall.
nice.
Um, it's sometimes difficult as a parent to choose yourself over your kids, over your mate. You know, but like sometimes those things are necessary. I like to say to her, like, you can't pour from an empty cup. And like, if you feel like you're constantly giving of yourself to everybody else and pouring into your kid and constantly turning things down, I got a kid. I don't want to be that parent that goes and finds a babysitter so I can go out drinking. I'm like, why not? Doesn't make you a
Yeah.
bad
What
parent
else are we
because
doing?
one Friday you want to go and get drunk and do it like, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't make you a bad parent because you want a baby, you want the, you know, grandma or grandpa to babysit so that you could just sit at home and not hear your name called 1,000 times in a row. You know, you don't have to be doing anything. But all of that is to say, just I mean, enjoy your life and in the things that make you an individual. You know, you're more than just a parent to your kid.
Mm,
So sometimes the most important part that I have found, at least, to being a good parent, to being a good dad, um, is to just be content with myself and be content with my life. Because if I'm happy, it's much easier for me to spread that love and spread that happiness throughout my household than if I'm constantly harboring resentment because I can't get a day off or, you know, I'm tired and all my kid wants to do is play and I, you know, all this, that, and the third. Like those days will come, but sometimes it's time to choose me. It's time for me to just sleep in and, you know, maybe I don't do laundry today or I don't mow that lawn today or I don't clean up my kids' toys or whatever that day, and that's okay.
that's right. That's right.
I mean, we're
I
men, we're always right. You know
I,
that.
I mean, for sure. But that's even more profound. Um, nah, it's true, man. It's true. I totally agree. As somebody who, prior to jumping on this podcast, was out drinking, no shame. You know what I'm
You know what
saying?
I'm saying?
Had a little
There's
Michelob
some good.
Ultra. I was like, damn, this is pretty good.
Oh, okay. Saving on
Yeah,
the calories. All right, getting ready for
just a little.
summertime.
Just yeah. I got to tighten up. Got to tighten up.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
know, I had a margarita before that, but hey, you know, they cancel each other out. I think.
I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how that
Yeah.
works.
I mean, it's my birthday coming up, so you know the liquor gonna be flowing for sure for your
I
boy.
can imagine. I can
Yeah.
imagine.
Absolutely. And if I have it
Somebody's got
my
to do it.
way, when I get some time off, since TSA has started to calm down a little bit, I'll be back up in this in the city at some point in the summertime. So we're gonna have to find another babysitter and make some shit shake out there. I'll even come to you in Jersey, see what's popping out there.
Nah. We ain't got to
We
do
gonna
that.
hit the
Nah.
city.
I'll
Oh,
meet you in the
you don't
city.
got no Jersey. You ain't got no
I'll
Jersey
meet you in
moves,
the
man.
city. I'll meet you in the city.
You ain't got no Jersey moves.
They just don't hit the same. They just don't hit the
That's not
same.
the same. Damn.
Yeah, they don't hit the same.
Damn, for real.
Yeah,
That's disappointing.
it's fine though. It's cool.
Yeah. That's all right.
It's a great place, but I'm gonna go out.
Yeah, you gonna go to the city.
Yeah. I'm trying to be where the action is.
Oh God. Hey man, I mean, shit. I still got to get to one homecoming before I turn 40. So
Yeah. Well, it's happening
I
for
only
me
got
this
to.
year. We going down. It's going down.
Are you going?
I'm going.
Yeah, that's what's up. I gotta see. I gotta look at the weekend because last year I was this close to being able to go, and I had a soccer match that Saturday. So literally the Saturday of the homecoming football game, I had a soccer match that I had to do. So I was like, well, can't do that. But this year, hopefully, those things don't line up. Or if they do, I could just be like, you know what? I'm gonna skip this one. I'm gonna skip this
might be the
one
year.
because I haven't
It's
been
our
to
15th.
homecoming since I was like in my early 30s, and I'm pushing 40 now. So it's time for me to go again.
Yeah, I think the last one we were at was
Yeah, we were together. Yeah,
Yeah.
we were both there.
Yeah, 2019.
That was the last one you went to as well.
Mm-hmm. I haven't been back since because the pandemic hit, and then it was just like, all right, well,
it just stopped everything. 2019, and then just haven't been back.
Yeah, so it's a big 15. Shout out to Onyx. Shout out to all my Onyx peoples.
You know what I'm saying?
I've been told that there's a lot of chatter going on
reunion
on various platforms about plans and situations and whatnot. I'm like, listen, man, I'm just showing up. So
right,
somebody just tell me where to go.
I'm just look for a hotel.
Yeah.
Nice and early. Like I'm gonna start scouting some stuff early. I'm looking at NFL schedules when that comes out. That's gonna be the last thing I have to look at. Soccer schedule and stuff is already out, so I could just look into that and see what dates we have for that. But look at the NFL schedule, see what we got. See if there's any Sunday games and see if there's anywhere. Hopefully that week will be the bye week, or maybe Atlanta will play Monday Night Football and I can fly in on Sunday, fly back home on Sunday or whatever.
You got fly-in money?
I mean,
okay.
I'm flying to Hampton. I ain't driving. Not driving. As soon as that trip gets over 4 hours, hit me on the flight.
Okay.
Hit me on the flight.
I prefer the drive, but okay.
No, I'm not doing it.
I gotta cross into Hampton Roads, and really feel the streets.
Not interested. That's like 8 hours, huh? New York to Hampton.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
No,
but I'm a long drive kind of person though. I enjoy
immediately. No,
yeah,
absolutely. Because again, I mean, you tall like me, so like I really don't understand why you're so into driving.
I just like the open road. Yeah, I just like to be on the open road.
No, yeah. Well, shout out to you. Somebody gotta like it, but yours truly, it ain't gonna happen.
Well, look, if
you drive, well, at least now I know if I can make it this year that one of my friends will have a car, so we'll be able to be mobile.
Yeah, because I don't like being down there without no car. It's weird.
Yeah, the Uber situation is crazy.
It's trash.
When I went in 2019, I was staying at the hotel with Shamar. We was on a hotel on Mercury, and it was like at the time you get a hotel on Mercury, it sounds like that's the wave because when you go to school, Mercury Boulevard is where it's at, and that's where all the stuff is at. But like when you're coming back from homecoming, like all the events are closer to campus.
Yeah.
So it's like you got to get that that Uber. You spend like $30 each way just to go to the party that you just paid a $50 fee.
Yeah,
to get into the party. And then, I'm saying start them nights start adding up. Yeah. So this will be interesting. I can't wait. Hopefully I'll be getting an opportunity to go. But I do plan, since I'm not going to the tri-state for my birthday, to just push that trip back to sometime in the summertime. Probably while the United is on the since there's a World Cup and I didn't get staff for the World Cup, the United is on a break from like middle of May until like the middle of August. for
that's
World
not a
Cup
break. That's
installations.
off season.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like they're kind of doing that whole big like what women's basketball does when it's Summer Olympics time and they go into
Yeah.
hiatus to do so it's the same situation for
Yeah.
MLS. So unlike most summers where that's the time when I get to do a lot of events, I got 2-3 months there where there's not gonna be a whole lot for me to do. So, I get an opportunity. Hey man, let me take this long weekend, fly up to the city for a couple of days, go see my boy. I ain't met any of my nephews up there yet. I ain't seen Coleman. I ain't seen Jalen. So I'll go up there and see how my boys is doing.
Pull up, man. Love to have you. Love to have you.
Yeah. That's what's up, man? Just if you have any Yukon gear in the house, just take it down.
Why would I have UConn gear in the house?
I'm just saying if you do, you can never be too safe.
You keep trying to put other teams on me. You put St. John's on me. You put UConn.
Well, St. John's is your team, but I don't know necessarily on who your wife's team is, so I'm not.
I have much respect for the St. John's program.
That's your
Shout out
team,
to
bro.
St. John's for letting me hone my skills on their beautiful, beautiful campus. But I don't have any allegiances in college basketball, man. I do it for the love of the game,
You need more
I
people, bro. Nobody
I
believes
just
you.
do it for the love of the game. That's it.
Nobody believes you, bro.
Okay,
That's all right.
that's fine. That's fine. I get enough frustration on the basketball court from my lovely New York Knicks. So I don't really need to add any more frustrations from another team. They
Oh,
give
yeah,
me
the
all the
Knicks be driving
frustration
you
I
crazy.
need. Yeah, that's all they
I
can do.
understand that.
That's all they
I
can do.
understand that.
It's all good.
Yeah. Well, again, man, we appreciate everybody that listens in on the pod. We told you we would come back this week, and we did. So
We did.
2 weeks in a row. We're gonna try and keep
And
that.
we're gonna be
streak
back
going.
next week.
And we're gonna be back next week talking about Michigan, the national champions. So,
There you go.
we again just appreciate everybody's support. We appreciate the likes, the comments, the subscriptions, the word of mouth, anything, comments, all of that stuff, man. We just love everybody, and we love doing this. It doesn't matter if it's for 2 people or 2,000 people, however many people it's for. We just love sitting here and chatting with y'all and with each other. So, thank y'all for rocking with us. It's been another episode of the No Rules Podcast. Peace.